All right, Shalom. We the Brothers Great Millstone, Church in Birmingham, Alabama. Before we begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. And I got the brother Barak with me. And through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, the Lord and allowed us to get together again to do a quick lesson. And the title of this lesson is They Shall Hunt Them from Every Mountain. And Esau really trusting his riches, he really believed that he's going to be able to escape the judgment that the Lord has prepared. He think he has these bunkers set up. What do they call deep underground?
Yeah, military bunkers.
Con. And the acronym is DUMB. So really, the Lord, put that in their mind to name it that because it's really dumb that they think they're gonna be able to escape, man. You know, you know what? Let's start out in what is that? Amos.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Share the screen. Yeah, because these damn devils, they trust in their riches, man. That's the pride that these devils have built up, but that's the Lord, snaring them. Oh, what is that? Obadiah, uh, that dwell in the cliffs of the rock.
Uh-huh.
That pride, man. So this is the book of Amos, chapter 9. Oh, look at that. God's judgment unavoidable.
Come on,
So
man.
that's heavy. So as much as you try, you think you want to be able to set up and go in these bunkers, you're not going to get away. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them, and though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So yeah, they got these certain space stations that they're what is that counting on, man. But it said though they dig into hell, and hell is what? The grave first. All right, and it's also a condition. And these devils believe they're gonna get into these military bases and dig down. The super rich elite think these things are gonna save them. Now, we do have an article, because the scriptures are a living entity, man. They dictate the goings and comings of men, and it's real time. Again, it says, though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them, and though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So Leviathan waiting on you people too, man. You know, you're not gonna be able to get away from the judgment of Yahawashi. You want to add anything?
Oh no, see, just the spirit. They in the spirit of Cain. They still running. They still trying to get away from that judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And now this man he's been revealed now. And just going back, like you mentioned, this man is trying to escape his judgment. He understand that the destruction is about to take place. These plagues and pestilences, and you know, and the return of our Lord Yahawashi, especially, man, chiefly. But ultimately, all this is really going according to plan, man. Because the Lord wants those that actually cause the troubles and these things. The problem that you see today is not your boss at your job or just some Edomite, Joe Sixpack. He get a paycheck just like you, motherfucker. Do the same. You know what I mean? He got to wake up to an alarm clock too. No, the powers that be, these bankers, those that set forth the trends and laws and legislations and the vibration on the earth. That's who Yahawashi gonna get.
what is that? Shalakia. Now you got
I had a quick precept about
yeah.
Shalak. Jeremiah 49
Mm-hmm.
and uh, verse 10. The point of 11, but I started verse 10.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
And this is that process, before before the Lord come with the brightness of his coming, tells you how the wicked is going to be revealed. And as you can see, because Jeremiah 49
Hmm.
concerning Edom, it talks about how this man is going to be made bare. He's going to be revealed. His secret places, which is his agenda, is not put on the table. And it said he's not going to be able to hide himself. You got it.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Yep, because this is that time where he's going to be uprooted. He's going to come to naught in this lifetime. That's why I say his seed is spoiled. You got to know why.
Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive.
See? So everything's going according to schedule, man. These devils coming up with these bunkers, they're in the spirit of hiding and trying to preserve themselves. Well, that's the spirit of Yahawah, bahasham, because ultimately the job is not done. You got work to do. They're saying you do the crime, you got to do the time. This nigga fucked the earth up. And he's going to help replenish it by actually getting his hands dirty. You know what I mean?
That's it.
When you round this nigga up and he put on the work. But you read it again, not slot.
It says, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me.
See? Because even the Edomite woman is not going to even deal with it. Even now, it's beginning now. How much more when this man is finally overthrown all the way? But the point is that the Lord is going to preserve these devils, the elites, the higher ups, because it was a judgment. The judgment written says the kings and nobles will be put in chains. So they gotta. The Lord is going to allow them to escape the destruction for that process to take place. But you got to go out.
That's a beautiful point, man. Hey, you ain't getting away. I got something real quick.
God.
Yeah, you ain't getting away, man. You think that that your bunkers are going to be able to sustain you, but yeah, it's going to sustain you to a point, and then as the brother beautifully brought out, you're going to be taken, all right, and you're going to be put to work. This is Colossians chapter 3 and verse 25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. And we can go all the way back into the time of slavery. Who was the ones that funded the slave ships? It was the wicked upper echelon elite, man. Those are the ones that was for the affliction on the children of Israel. So in turn, the Lord Yahawah Yahawashi is going to give us the necks of our enemies, man.
That's it.
The same ones who put the hell on us. Hey, man. And that's beautiful because that shows the balance of Yahawah Yahawashi, man. You got anything?
No, I ain't got nothing.
I'm gonna go get that songs you quoted.
Oh, God, that's it.
Yeah, man. And see,
Matter of fact, you started on slot. You got it, Lot.
No, you got it.
I started like on verse 5 on it.
This is Psalms 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Yeah, so this is concerning us when we're in power, man. That's when we're going to be at rest. It talks about the bed in the scriptures. That means you at rest. But it goes into you being in power as well, man. That's why I talked about that concerning Edom. They work evil upon their beds. This nigga in power, he doing all this extra shit, though. This is the time where there's no room for error when you relax. But this man is doing everything else but relaxing. But that's when we're going to be in power. you know, and we're going to exercise judgment, because that's when we're gonna have we got the authority now by having the words of Yahawah bahasham, but then it's going to increase, it's going to grow into its perfection by us ruling, man. You know, you got it, Rawchaa.
Done. It says, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people."
See, yeah, the punishments. Who those? Especially Edom, man. Just going back to what you mentioned, this, you know, how these devils funded, you know, the slave trade. You don't think they gonna feel that, you know, the repercussions of that? What it tells you in the book of Job, the 4th chapter, whoever will perish being innocent. So when you see these devils in the state they're gonna be in the kingdom, it's not for a random reason. That's why it tells you in the next verse, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same, man. You know, so these niggas being taken out by the way of World War III, or somehow Rothschild died during the famine, that's not going to do justice. The real justice is when we get these niggas, you know, and round them up and help contribute to the building of our kingdom. How, you know, you look at America and how, you know, this whore shot to the top so fast. It's because this slavery, man. Having Jake in this hardcore bondage. You know, so scriptures talk about the streets paved in gold, and you know, somebody got to do that. We ain't finna get our hands dirty. You know what I mean? You got the new body clean. No, we finna have these heathens to do it. Start beginning with Edom, the so-called white man. You know, because also it tells you that in the book of Sirach 25, how there's no affliction above the affliction of an enemy. There's no head above a head of a serpent. Who is that talking about? Edom, man. And that's where the judgment is starting at too, because it's beginning by the way of this word. It talks about how it's going to the gates of the nobles. So these devils, the higher ups, is being affected more intensely than these Joe Sixpack walk around. They ain't gonna know until all hell breaks loose, until this place fully collapses. But the powers that be know what's going on, man, and they're trembling at the report. You gotta know.
What is it? The elect against the elite.
That's it.
They know what's going on, but as the brother mentioned, Joe Sixpack, he don't have a clue, man. That's why when the scripture says it's going to rain down upon his own pate.
Hey, that's it.
Them gonna be the ones that feel the brunt of their kingdom falling, man. But continuing on, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains.
See, to bind their kings. So that means when the smoke cleared, the dust settled, they was somehow still here. You got these higher ups, these people that's in the upper echelon, you know, of these nations, these different royal lines of these different families of nations. They're gonna be kept, man. You know, from these perils for the next scene in the movie. You know, so to speak. Because America's not the end all be all. We can actually go to the scripture, talks about the end of this place, and go to the next chapter, and it's going into the kingdom.
That's it.
But you're gonna have a certain setting. It's gonna be certain characters in that time too. Just going back, it's gonna be the kings. They're gonna be in chains. What's that in I think that's Isaiah 60, I believe. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's Isaiah 60.
I want to say like 11.
You can start at 10. Matter of fact, start at 10.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse 10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy wall.
See, just how we had to build they shit, they're gonna build out. You know, you got it.
and their kings shall minister unto thee.
See,
Hmm.
their kings gonna minister unto us, man. So that's they're gonna go from sugar to shit. Last Rich and the Rich Man, a perfect example. This nigga fares sumptuously every day. This nigga never skipped a beat. Till one day the roles are reversed. Now he's feeling the evil things. That's what's gonna happen. You know, starting with the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. You know, the elites, the heads of them. And they ain't like they're gonna be in our palace. No, they're gonna be somewhere out. He tells you he was a man of the field, and that's what he's gonna be, man.
See.
You know, you gotta know.
It says, and their kings shall minister unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee.
And that show you, man, Yahawah shine how the Lord deal. You know, and I know the elder Aaron, he brought up this point concerning like you a royal, you a prince. The best way to punish a prince is to put him in captivity, and to relieve him is to give him power, man. So the Lord smiting us was by having these nations to overcome us and subdue us, man. And this has been the worst. The Lord, he put his whole backhand into this when he sunk that eagle, man. Which is Edom, the so-called white man. But in his favor, the mercy of the Lord is now Kim Jong-un is bringing us some wine and shit. You know what I mean? You know.
Yep.
The even the kings of the past, you got Pharaoh and shit. Pharaoh bringing incense.
All right.
Or something. You know what I mean? Or Nebuchadnezzar. They're going to be ministering unto us, man. Nimrod. Shit like that. But that's going to be the mercy of Yahawah Shai by giving us the power, man. He's going to restore us. He tells you that he's going to restore again the kingdom unto Israel. That's the mercy of Yahawah Shai. You got it, though.
Okay. It says, I'm going to read one more. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, and they shall not be shut day nor night.
So yeah, it's not going to be a slow day in the kingdom, man. You're going to always have revenue coming. Content, they're going to always bring tribute. You know, abundance of resources. You got it out.
They're going to be gainfully employed.
That's it.
It says that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
See, and their kings may be brought. So that's what's gonna. This part of the judgment that's written. You know, you got certain leaders in this time right now that's meant to be preserved, and not in a sense of to be a part of the elect or to be of the chosen. Nah, they was to be preserved, to be kept, to be the next crop of slaves. You know, in the world to come, because you got rulers and subjects, kings, and it talks about chiefs and Indians. You know, well, in the world to come, we're going to be the chief and you're going to be the Indian, man. You know?
That's it.
But that was it on that.
Psalms 149 and verse 8, it says, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
I see that. Oh, you gonna say something?
No. You got
it. See that? Hey, they're gonna be how we had that yoke of iron. You're gonna be laid in iron as well, man. And it might just be the same ones you invested in them many years ago. It ain't been too long. The motherfuckers was wearing ties and hats and shit back then when you funded the slave trade. You know, the same attire you see today, in a sense. Them motherfuckers had the same shit on. It wasn't like it was a ancient world. Motherfucker had steam engines and shit while we was being fucked up. But now it's gonna come back upon your head, man. You got it out.
It says to execute upon them the judgment written. Yeah, this
See,
honor. Yeah.
the judgment written. So this is a part of the movie. This is a scene in the movie, man.
Mhm.
This judgment that was written, that these kings and nobles will be thrown into captivity, but they were going to be kept, during that destruction, so they can go into captivity, man. The destruction comes, and it just number Israelites left,
Hmm.
and we got to get our hands dirty and
Yeah.
clean the earth up. No, man, we're going to have these nations to build and contribute to the cleaning up of the earth. We're going to just tell them to, you know.
That's it.
But this is that judgment. This is a scene in the movie. This is after when the smoke cleared and the dust settled, so to speak. America is not a thing when this takes place.
Hmm.
You know, you got
That's
it.
it. And that's a perfect segue out to the article.
Con.
It says this is
See,
from businessinsider.com. See inside the luxury bunkers where the super rich reportedly plan to save themselves from a future apocalypse. And the Lord is so cold with it. The brother brought it up, man. The Lord is preserving them. He put it in their mind to actually prepare for them to be in captivity, man. You know, the same ones who put hell on us, the Lord is going to put hell on them. Now, there's a couple bullet points we want to share. It says tech billionaires are prepping for doomsday and buying luxury bunkers, according to a tell-all book. So these devils really believe that the riches is going to profit them. Matter of fact, real quick,
yeah, that's it.
what is that? Proverbs 11, I believe. Yo, man, it said that, and they said it is explicitly said the luxury, man. You
Uh-huh.
know, yep. Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath,
Uh-huh.
but righteousness deliver from death. And you see the two contrasts, man. You know, the righteousness of the saints is going to deliver them from death, and in turn, the riches that these wicked elite have laid up is not going to profit them, man. Is actually is going to enhance them to be put into slavery, man. You know. I got one more. I'm gonna jump down to yep, 28. It says, "He that trusteth in his riches shall fall." And they gonna come down from that high and lofty state, man. It says, "But the righteous shall flourish as a branch." And you seeing that process start now, man. You know, the Lord has dried up that green tree, and
Uh-huh.
he caused the dry tree to flourish by this word, you know, and is that thing is going to increase to the kingdom of heaven when it's going to manifest with spiritual power, you know, and like the brother said, we're gonna need those new bodies, man, to handle that rod of iron, man, you know. Well, I'm gonna hop back to the article. It says Douglas Rushkoff talked to five of the world's richest men about how to prepare for an apocalypse. So they didn't heard the report. You know, they know that the things that the Lord is doing in the earth is coming to pass by the way of the prophets. You know,
And I got a quick precept, so like just going
sure.
back to them riches, and how money is a defense, but it can't defend everything. This Ecclesiastes 7
Okay.
in verse 12, it says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is
Mm.
that wisdom giveth life to them that have it." So it talks about how wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But it says the excellency of wisdom. So it show you money can only defend so much. He only defends so many things. That's why it tells you in the book of Zephaniah, the first chapter, your gold and silver is not gonna deliver you from the wrath of Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Because even in that, it can you have these different celebrities. I don't know, was it one of the Kardashians or something?
Yep,
They
yep.
came investing into a bunker, but
Hmm.
it's in America.
It
Scripture you
can.
talk about how the missiles gonna dig into hell, the
Hmm.
lowest hell. I believe is in Deuteronomy. The missiles gonna actually get going to the. It ain't like it's just gonna somehow you 20 feet below ground. It is no, it's power lines and shit that gonna have to be rooted up and plumbing systems.
Hmm.
All that shit gonna be burned up, man. And if you got a bunker here in America, Babylon the Great, that's your grave as well. But just going back, how money can only defend so much, but wisdom, the excellency of it, it gives life, man. And that's by us having His word, possessing His word. This is what's
Hmm.
going to defend us, and keep us, and preserve us. But that money is a form of defense, but it can only do so much, man. And
Hmm.
as I mentioned earlier in Zephaniah, the first chapter, it ain't enough to buy off Yahawah by Shemel Shai his wrath, man. You can't throw a duffel bag of money on the table and try to talk it out with the Lord. No, the Lord might even kill you worse now
Okay.
for even coming up with a thought like that. And that's what's gonna happen to these devils, man. That's why
Hmm.
the Lord wanna allow them for that bunker and shit to hold up just so they can get their ass tore up, man.
Hmm.
But you got it a while.
What the scripture say? Because of unrighteous dealings
Yeah.
and injuries got by deceit,
Mm.
they've heaped up those treasures. What is that? What is that? Job heaped up
I think
treasures
yeah.
for the last day, and they're gonna
Mhm.
vomit them up. Yeah, man.
Yep.
You know. So as the brother going to, hey, ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to pay off your how by shower shot, man. It's already a script written. And it's gonna play out the way the Lord said it's gonna play out. But I got something real quick to back you up. What is that? Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 31. Because we have the true riches in this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Those things is gonna lead to life. Yeah. Sirach 31 and starting at verse 5. He that loveth gold shall not be justified. See, you're not gonna be justified, It says, and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. So you're gonna reap what you sow, man.
That's it.
You're gonna have that corruption. It says, gold have been the ruin of many, and the destruction was present. And we're gonna see your destruction, man. We're gonna see those things presented before our eyes. You going into captivity, serving that hard bondage for 1,000 years, and then ultimately you're gonna be Obadiah 18.
That's it.
It says, it is a stumbling block unto them that sacrifice unto it, and every fool shall be taken therewith. See, you want to be taken with those things you lay before, those riches that you believe is gonna be able to have you rulers of the next kingdom. No, it's not gonna happen. When you get taken out those bunkers, your first job is to be burying these dead bodies. It says, and this last verse, it says, "Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish." Yeah, those ones who had their senses exercised, had their sins covered. You know, we're hoping to be found without blemish. It
Mhm.
says, "And have not gone after gold." See, you haven't went after the riches of this world, man.
That's it.
You put your whole stock into Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. You know. But yeah, that was it on that.
Gone.
Um, you got another precept?
No, I ain't got nothing. You
Yeah,
got it.
can I got one. Cause yeah, man, this is the judgment written. The Lord said this is gonna happen. Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 16, and you see it's a build up. because it speaks about the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the north. Right? Matter
Mhm.
of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. See, it's like, and that's that process, we being delivered, and then the very next scene, right? Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and from the holes of the rock. See, these wicked elite believe they're gonna be able to rest in those mountains, all right, in the hell, and be saved. And the Lord has sent forth the fishers, man. We're fishing for the elect right now, okay? And the
Mhm.
conclusion is going to be us putting the upper echelon, the wicked elite, the kings in chains, man. You know, um,
God.
yeah,
Damn, I'm trying to find the precept real quick. Salah.
okay,
Let's see. Yeah. Can you get some real quick out? Revelation 6
okay,
and started like 14.
okay. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 14. Yeah, okay. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it was rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
So yeah,
And
talk about the heaven being departed as a scroll. That's concerning those mushroom clouds, man.
Mhm.
World War III, man. You know, this is all part. This is biblical prophecy. This is all going. This is all according to the plans of Yahawah Yahawashi, and we are approaching that moment. You know, that's why the Quran, the Sea Hill,
Mhm.
is the talk of the town now, because that when that takes place, it talks about immediately after the tribulation, the sun is going to be darkened, and the moon is not going to give her a light. So if we come into the time of the hour of temptation, and that shows that we are a step closer to the destruction, man. You know, and these devils, they know that, because they even talk about they know what they have but a short time. They ain't just come up with that
Mhm.
on their own. You know, they might have seen certain signs in the heavens and
Mhm.
dug up certain artifacts, but what contribute to them making these moves and reacting in such a way is the prophets, man. You know, talks about how the king of Babylon trembled at the report or something like that. And that's why this
Mhm.
nigga making laws and legislations. He got the Space Force and these bunkers just in case. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Nigga, damn, what they call it? They got I know a lot of these elites, they got like a helicopter 15 minutes away from them at all
Okay.
times and shit. So
Mhm.
they looking over their shoulder now, man. You know, but you got it all out.
Okay. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Yeah, because it's just going back to, like you said, them luxurious bunkers. They gonna
Mhm.
have servers and maids and shit.
Yeah.
You know, of course they gonna have their little private own army and shit with them.
Mhm.
You know,
Hmm.
but they're gonna hide in these bunkers, man. You got it.
It says, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb.
See, and that's what they saying. Talking about the Ross Farm, just talking about them blast doors and shit. Cause they even boasting that how the doors of these bunkers, they could withstand so many megatons. Yeah, I mean, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but all that's just so you can go into slavery, man. All that is just for you to be a part of that next scene of what now you digging and planting flags and you know what I mean, burying bodies and shit. You were
Mm-hmm.
just living, but it said he was wearing purple and living sumptuously.
Yep.
To now you asking for relief.
Mm.
You got it all out. That was it on
Con.
that.
Okay, con. I got one more.
Con.
What is that? Job lead 20. Yeah, those things that you actually labor for, man. You really gather those riches for the elect, man. You know, it's gonna be the all of Israel is gonna be able to then partake in those dainties, man. You know, those riches. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 18. It says, "That which he labored for shall he restore,
See,
and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein." See, you're gonna be looking for relief, as the brother say. You're not gonna rejoice in it, man. You know, it says, "Because he have oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house
hey,
which
if I
he."
may,
You got
the
it.
scriptures keep saying because. See, the Lord ain't it's just nothing random, man.
Yeah.
Yahawah Yahawashi is giving you the reason because you have oppressed the poor, because you have forsaken,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
so that this is justifiable what the Lord is finna do to these devils, man. And what the Lord is doing. See, we seeing the downfall of this man in real time, man.
Mm.
And it's justified. And this devil, he really earned that judgment. What the scriptures talk about, even just, as you mentioned earlier, Obadiah the 18th verse.
Mm-hmm.
He earned that. He earning that
Hmm.
because even his energy goes into cutting us off. Well,
Yep.
you actually gonna be cut off, man. You know, but you got it though.
That's a beautiful point, huh? You're gonna be cut off.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired." And that what he desires to continue to rule, man. As the brother mentioned earlier, Cain, he trying to hide himself so he can stay in power, you
Mm-hmm.
know, keep everybody dumbed down to the point where they don't know who they are. We brought out early, Jeremiah 49, he can't be hid, you know. That process has already started and it's gonna, flourish into him retreating to those bunkers, thinking he got away. As the elder brother wrote say, he gonna have the Saints knock at the door, kick the door down. we
Yeah,
gonna have the precepts in a scroll. Look,
yeah, that's
you
it.
violated Leviticus 19.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's
It
it.
says, "There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods."
Oh, and it
In the
tells this devil, he like the he's drawn to the phoenix. Let me talk about
Mhm.
rising out of the ashes.
Yes,
That shit ain't finna happen with this man, man.
mhm.
Hey, what it talks about they that have seen him shall say, where is he?
Uh,
You know? So this nigga, man, talks about the Lord's not gonna leave neither root nor branch. So
mhm.
that means he would never come back, have an ounce of it, or even an inkling. It wouldn't even be perceived that this man would have some type of form of a comeback in any way. To the point the scriptures even outline this man he won't even have his own land.
Mhm.
That's how got the land of Israel, of course, but even that land of Edom, that's gonna be part of our land. It's gonna be annexed, so to
Hmm.
speak.
It's
It's gonna
That's it.
this man is he's gonna be nothing on all levels, man.
Hmm.
You gotta go out.
It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And we read that earlier in their Revelation, man. When the heaven depart as a scroll, they're gonna shoot their missiles at this devil. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And you think you done accomplish your goal? You kicking back. You like, yeah, it's time to eat, and then the Lord just start casting the missiles down upon you. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Yeah, dark sand for those ICBM missiles.
Yeah, because these devils they're gonna actually flee, but it said they're gonna strike through, meaning the Lord's gonna hit, America and all these hot spots and eat them, man.
Mm-hmm.
All these different everything that contributes to the resemblance of this man, but especially America, man. This place is gonna be totally wiped out. You got to know out.
It says, it is grown and cometh out of the body. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him.
Hey, what's them silos, man?
Yeah.
Like, that's a reality, though. You can actually go and look on YouTube and just go into missile launch, and that's what Joel described. Coming out of the holes, coming out of the gall. That's the missiles launching out of them silos, man.
Mm-hmm.
We in that time now. But that's really the destruction. That's the beginning, though. Mm-hmm. See, that's how we know we're in a monumental time right now, man. Well, these things that's written in the scriptures is here in this lifetime, man. But like I said, the destruction is the end of this, man. But it's really the beginning, man. This was going to cement his downfall. They ain't it. This man got other shit. It's more work to do now. You know. You got to do what?
That was it on that. You got anything else?
We can get that Ezekiel. Matter of fact, yeah, we can get that Ezekiel because just going back, scripture talk about how our gate's going to be open continually, and hey, man, it's not going to be a slow day. You're gonna always have work to do. Just how these devils tell you that he got a continuous stroke. He constantly wearing out the saints. Mm-hmm. But guess what? In the kingdom, we already got your first occupation lined up, man. The scriptures already outlined your first occupation. Because going back, how this man actually damaged the earth. Talks about how the earth is defiled. Mm-hmm. You got these sayings, these different terms under the watch, under the rule of the so-called white man, such as bleaching, air pollution itself, air pollution, water pollution, just sick shit like that. Chemtrails. Yeah. Well, he got to actually, what is it, community service? You see a motherfucker out on the freeway picking up trash and shit. Well, guess what, nigga? You gonna be doing the same shit, but it's gonna be by the way of them. You might be picking up 200-pound men. This nigga 98 years old and 98 pounds, but he gotta do it though. Mm-hmm. And say you ain't gonna do it and see what happens, but you gotta know why. You get on Esau, man.
Say you ain't gonna do
it. I dare you to say something after this.
Yeah, that's it, bro. This is Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 12. In 7 months shall the house of Israel be barren of them, that they may cleanse the land.
See? And we ain't gonna do it. Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna be able to touching dead bodies and shit. You other nations gonna be doing it. Chiefly, you Edomites, man. talks about the affliction above the affliction of the enemy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, the eagle being under the captivity of the eagle, man, this has been the worst captivity ever. So once this nigga is under us, man, hey, he gonna know. He gonna know then, man. But it says that they're gonna do this so the land can be cleansed. Who defiled the land? Esau.
Mm.
It tells it's gonna be cleansed by the blood, by his blood as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but he's gonna actually put in the work, man. Just going back to kill trails, beaching, even the land Sabbath, all that. He's gonna contribute to the cleansing of the land by us telling him to go pick up that body and bury it, man. It's gonna be motherfucker. They're gonna matter of fact, continue on. Matter of fact, I don't want to talk the gun.
It says, yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them,
Mm-hmm.
and it shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord power.
You gonna know about Yahawashi. You gonna know who his people is, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
And they shall sever out men of continual employment.
Continual employment. So it ain't gonna your day off is gonna be on the Sabbath, and these devils they're gonna honor that. They're gonna love it.
Hmm.
But after that, not a second after, man, back to it. You know, you got it.
It says, passing through the land to bury with the passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth.
See, ain't like they ain't gonna be kept to rise from the ashes. No, mother, you're gonna be kept so you're gonna be handed. You're not even gonna be given a shovel. You're gonna have to use your fingers or however, because it tells you the Lord is gonna do unto Edom by the hand of his people Israel according to his anger and his fury, man. Just as you mentioned earlier, new bodies being, you're gonna have to be fashioned in such a way to judge and you know, do these certain things, man. Cause it ain't like this nigga got a shovel or it's a backhoe.
Yeah.
And they gathering bodies and just putting in a big ass hole. No, man, this is gonna be a rigorous rule. And this is how this is gonna be this is just beginning. This is really the beginning though. Your first job is to be picking up these bodies. And man, come on, man. And you know these elites ain't young and shit. Like they late 20s, mid 30s, they still now these motherfuckers up there, you know, a lot of these motherfuckers might be 200 years old. Ain't no telling, man. You know, all this witchcraft and enchantments these devils do. They old and fragile. And these are the ones that we're gonna get, man.
Yeah.
You know?
If I may, the Lord said double unto them.
That's
it.
Know?
It's gonna be way worse than the hell you put on us, man. You get ready. It says to bear the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search.
See, so that's how they just going back, do the crime, you do the time. So this devil contribute to defiling the earth. Well, his community service is him burying them bodies, man. This is actually gonna see Yahawashi. His work is perfect, man, because as the elder mentioned, I believe it was last night in the lesson, how the destruction is going to cleanse the air. You know, this is just going to help the water out and shit. You know, so the Lord overthrowing this man and a lot of death that's going to take place. That's actually going to help the earth out, man. You know, a lot of people die. That's a must. You know, for these people to die, because that's going to give the earth nutrients. You know. But I don't know. Was that the point on that?
Yeah, Con. That was the point on that.
Con.
I ain't got nothing. Hey, you got anything else out?
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
Con. Well, we pray you was edified out there through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom,
Shalom. DTA.
DTA, Abad
Abba.
Abad.
Abba. Soon.
Soon.
Very soon. EOF.
Yeah, EO.